What's up guys, I'm back once again to show you some of the hot mods of the week. And in this week's episode, we have yet another Call of Duty armor, as well as one of the most interesting weapon mods that I've ever seen. But to kick things off, we have Workshop Power Pack, and what this mod is going to do is add several brand new generators to the workshop. But if you think that after installing this mod, you can just open up the workshop and slap some down, then you are mistaken. Firstly, you are going to need to travel to West Everett Estate. Here you will find a brand new perk magazine,
Hell yeah.
which is going to allow you to craft these brand new generators. And of course, you can find these in the workshop under Power Generators. Now as for the generators themselves, you have a choice of small, medium and large, which are going to provide 10 power, 20 power and 30 power. And these are going to provide ambient power to your settlement with a radius of 1000. And the next generators added by this mod are the civilian grade and industrial grade. The civilian grade is going to provide you with 15 power and the industrial is going to provide you with 25. And these are going to provide ambient power with a radius of 1500. Now in addition to the power boxes and generators, we also have the trailer, which is going to provide 40 ambient power with a radius of 2000. And finally, the last and largest generator added by this mod is the transformer, which is going to offer 100 power with a radius of 5000. Now when it comes to the workshop, I always thought that the amount of generators really left something to be desired. So for me, this mod is an absolute must download if you're really into building up your settlements. But anyway, I think we've spent enough time talking about generators. Let's move on to the next mod. And the next mod I have for you is a variation on a vanilla Fallout 4 weapon, and of course I'm talking about Gauss Gatling. And what this mod is going to do is add a Gauss rifle style Gatling gun into the game, and you can acquire this weapon from Mass Fusion. Now despite my inability to understand Russian, I was still able to deduce that this weapon had a choice of 10 receivers, 2 barrels, 2 sights, no muzzles, and finally 10 skins. Now this weapon may only be a variation on a standard Fallout 4 weapon, but it is a lot of fun to use. The main drawback to the Gatling gun was its ammunition. Nobody wanted to carry around a bunch of fusion cores, especially in survival mode, but this weapon however uses 2mm EC ammo, which weighs significantly less than fusion cores and is a little bit more common. So if you're looking for a mod to spice up the Gatling gun without making the weapon feel too crazy overpowered, then maybe this mod is worth a download. Now keeping with the theme of weapon mods, the next mod I have for you is something quite special. It's quite rare that we get a melee weapon mod, so when I saw it, I knew that I had to download it. And of course, I'm talking about Capital Wasteland Auto Axe, and you can acquire this weapon from any suitable loot source, and the more you level, the more level lists it will be added to. At level 10, it will be added to the world spawn, at level 15, it will be added to radio spawn, and at level 20, legendaries will start to spawn. Or if you're more interested in a unique version, then you can acquire the man opener from Arturo in Diamond City, or the Mauler, which can be found from a random encounter at any level. And as for upgrades, you have the choice of 5 upgrades, including none, and 6 paints. Okay, so this weapon doesn't have the most amount of upgrades in the world, then again neither do the standard melee weapons in the game, so I see no problem here. But as melee weapons go, this is definitely more interesting than any of the other melee weapons in the game. But anyway, let's move on to the next mod. Now the next mod I have for you is Modern Warfare Domino Lynx, and you can acquire this armor at a chem station under the Modern Warfare Domino Lynx section, and is only going to require you to have a small amount of crafting materials, and there are no perks needed. And as for the armors themselves, the gloves are going to offer you 10 ballistic resistance. The headset is going to offer 5 ballistic resistance, and the outfit is going to provide 75 ballistic resistance, 30 energy resistance, and plus 2 agility. And as for upgrades, all of the pieces have at least got access to the ballistic weave mod, as well as 1 or 2 other upgrades. Now I think it goes without saying that this is a female only armor, so of course it has CBBE support. But at this point, I feel like every female only armor of course has CBBE support, and continues the theme of adding pretty much everything from Call of Duty into Fallout 4. And of course, this week's weapon mod is the GRL-45 grenade launcher, and you can acquire this weapon in several ways. After loading into the Commonwealth for the first time after installing this mod, you'll be asked a couple of questions about whether or not you'd like the weapon to be added into the leveled list and how you'd like it to be done. But regardless of which options you choose, you can still craft it and the ammo at a chem station. Now both the weapon and the ammo have some pretty high requirements when it comes to perks and material requirements, as this weapon is designed for a late game character. And in terms of upgrades, you have the choice of 6 sights, 2 muzzles including none, 5 colours, 2 stocks, and finally 5 choices of ammunition. Now speaking of ammunition, what if you don't have the crafting materials to make all this ammo? Well, you're in luck, because all of the ammo is also added to the leveled list. Just make sure you bring a decent amount of caps. Now the first thing you need to know about this weapon is it is absolutely insane. The damage figure really doesn't do it justice, and I could tell this after just firing a single round. And for anyone wondering, the ammo that I'm using is the high explosive rounds. So if you plan on using this weapon, I would absolutely recommend not having your companions anywhere nearby, and definitely don't use this weapon on escort missions, otherwise the escort will not be surviving. But anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this mod, and the video for that matter. I hope you all enjoyed the mods here today, and if you did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you all in the next video.